Hello everyone, Bob Martin with the Nautilus Dry Docks. Wanted to give you an overview of what I'm hoping to be, or what I hoped to be, a quick project. It does not look like it's going to turn out that way. This was a 1/48 scale DeBoer Skipjack that was sent to me as partially completed. Customer wanted me just to finish it up, trim it out and send it back. But of course it never works out that well. Let's take a look at what we've got to work with. I'll make some comments about what we have to work with, and I'll show you why I typically don't like working with other people's builds. Let's take a look and see what we got here. So this is, as I mentioned, a DeBoer Skipjack 48 scale. It is a monster boat. What we have got here is a partially completed model. The sail has been permanently adhered to the upper hull, which is not to say I couldn't break it free, but that's not something that I want to do right now. Got a 3.5 inch cylinder. The cylinder actually looks pretty good. Now, I'm not sure where this came from. I'm not familiar with it. It's a low pressure pump system. We got our main pump here. We've got a solenoid valve. And this is your vent to surface. Came with a periscope here that I assume connects here. It draws air from the surface. That looks pretty solid to me. I would imagine this was probably purchased from something, I don't know, maybe R&R Engineering out of the UK or some such. It's been in the water. We can tell we've got corrosion on the positive terminal there. This is going to need to get reworked, get this all sealed up properly. Some things that I don't like, we've got wood bulkheads in place. Typically that's what I'll see. People are familiar with wood, they'll work with wood, but wood and water do not mix. And I've said this in my videos before, I'm sure you've all seen. Now this has been sealed up. I'm not going to do anything with that. In theory, it should be fine. In practical application, the owner is going to really need to watch for any damage or swelling to those bulkheads. The securing bulkheads that were in place, none of the mating surfaces were ground out for proper adhesion, and a proper adhesive was not utilized. And so I just plucked these out with my fingers. It would have been awkward to have happened underwater and you would have lost the bottom half of your boat. Someone made an attempt to trim it out. Lots of foam on the bottom half. Again, if you follow my videos, what's the rule? Weight low, foam high. And of course, this is all foam low. And then if you look on the inside of the upper hull, we've got weight on the upper hull. So this boat would be fighting its trim every step of the way. That's going to need to get completely reworked. And this is the wrong foam. You need closed cell, rigid construction foam. This is soft. If you get this thing down lower, this foam is just going to compress and compress. You're going to lose buoyancy and down your boat goes. Not a good situation. Not entirely sure how this cylinder was designed to be held in place, but I mean, it just slips around. There's no way to maintain alignment or anything like that, although there are some bulkheads that kind of slip. Well, looks like it maybe goes like this, slips in place and holds it down. We'll get that figured out. That's the least of my worries. Unfortunately, the rear is the bigger one. We got major interference issues with linkages. Can't get up. I can barely get down. That's as far as the rudder goes to the one side. So this entire section is going to need to be broken free and redone. All this foam needs to be pulled out. There you go. So we got work to do. It's not a major surgery. It's just work. It's time. And it's care and precision in getting it done. But it'll be a cool boat when it's all done. I have never built a modern boat of this size before. I'm anxious to see what it does. So, without any further delay, let me get working on this thing. I'll give you some updates on this YouTube channel. If you have any comments, Love to hear from you. Bob at rc-sub.com, or you can comment below. I don't get notifications when you do, though, so if I don't answer, it's not because I don't like you. Email's much better, and I'll post replies if it warrants it. So thanks for joining me. Again, look for updates. This is Bob Martin, the RC Sub Guy. Check out my website, nautilusdrydocks.com, for many other projects, information, resources, and components for this awesome hobby. Thanks for joining me. Catch you next time.